everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Alice, and please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. If you're not new, welcome back. As you can see, today we're working with flour and my favorite machine. Yes, today we're gonna make something very delicious. It's a super soft bread that it's called focaccia. This type of focaccia is called focaccia pugliese because it's come from the region Puglia, which is in the south of Italy. It's tall, it's soft, it's delicious, and also we're gonna put on top some toppings. So it's not gonna be a plain focaccia, it's gonna have something on top. So let's get to the ingredients. For the ingredients for the dough, we're gonna need two different types of flour. Regular bread flour and semolina flour. This is a common flour that is mostly used in South Italy. Then we're gonna need some room temperature water, or if you don't have that, you can warm it up your water in the microwave for 30 seconds, but make sure it's not too hot. Then we're gonna need extra virgin olive oil, salt, yeast, dry yeast, and again, a boiled potato that I mash with a fork. For the toppings here, we're gonna need extra virgin olive oil, oregano, Kalamata olives or black olives, any type of olives that you have, but make sure they're good quality olives, some cherry tomatoes, and some salt. That is it. So this recipe, it's super easy, but it takes time because the dough has to rise. So first things you're gonna do is you're gonna move your ingredients on the side, and you're gonna combine the two flour together. So I'm gonna put my semolina flour and the regular flour, and I'm just gonna mix it all together. So once you mix the two flours together, you're gonna grab your scale and you're gonna measure 95 grams of that flour in a bowl. Once you have your 95 grams, you're gonna add your yeast to the flour. And then you're gonna add 100 milliliters of water. Again, don't you worry, all the amount of the ingredients that you're gonna need for this recipe is gonna be listed in the description box down below. So don't forget to check it out. And also I'm gonna put my Instagram page over there, so show me some love, please. So you're gonna add your water all at once, and you're gonna combine your ingredients all together. Don't worry if it looks too wet. This is what you need. So you're just gonna mix it all, and then you're gonna cover your bowl, and you're gonna place this inside the oven. Make sure your oven is not too cold. So if it's too cold, you can preheat it like a little bit. Make sure it's only 26 Celsius, not higher than that. And you're gonna leave it inside that for about 2 hours. So the yeast can start developing his power. After 2 hours, we're gonna be back for the rest of the recipe. So after 2 hours of letting the flour, yeast, and water rest at 26 Celsius, this is the result that you should have. It doubled the size and it's all very fluffy and bubbly, so it's ready for all the other ingredients. So you're gonna grab your machine, or if you don't have a KitchenAid or a mixer, you can do it by hand. So first thing first, you're gonna pour your flour into the machine, or you're gonna put it into a glass bowl. After that, you're gonna add the mixture of yeast, water, and flour. You see how like elasticy it is? That's the result that you want. And you're gonna add it into the bowl. Like so. Then you're gonna add your boiled potato as well. You're gonna add the salt. You're gonna add your oil. And you're gonna start mixing it, and while it's mixing, you're gonna add your water little by little. So after the first 30 minutes, this is what you should get your dough. And now we're gonna do the first and only fold all the dough. This is a little bit different from the pizza dough that I showed you in the previous video. This one you only have to do the fold once, and then you're gonna let it rise for 3 hours, and then you're all good. So like I showed you before, you grab your dough, you pull and fold, pull and fold, pull and fold. And after that, you're gonna put your lid back on and you're gonna let it rise for 3 hours again in a room temperature, like in a nice warm spot. What I usually do, I always put it in my oven, make sure that it's off, of course. And it's usually always nice and warm over there. So we're gonna let it rise for 3 hours, and then we're gonna be baked for the baking part. So this is the result after 3 hours. My lid literally popped up. So this is a good sign. That's mean that your yeast worked very well. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna grab a big tray, or you can use 2 small one and divide the dough into small different trays. But I'm gonna do like a big one. And I'm gonna put a good amount of olive oil. And with my hands, I'm just gonna like spread it all over the tray, and make sure you go on the side as well, like right here, so your dough is not gonna stick. Then we're gonna remove our lid. Look how beautiful it is. It's so elasticy. It's wonderful. Look at this beauty. And then you're just gonna like put the dough in your tray. Like so. And make sure your hands are nice and greasy, and you're just gonna flat the dough all over the tray. Once you spread all your dough in your tray, you're gonna put on top a cloth or a tablecloth or whatever you have, and you're gonna let it rise for another half hour. In the meantime that you do this, you're gonna cut your tomato, your cherry tomatoes. So the one that I have here, I'm gonna grab a cutting board and a knife, and you're gonna just cut it in half. After you're done cutting your tomato in half, you're gonna add a little bit of oil. And I finished mine, look at that. And I'm gonna add a little bit of a dry oregano. And some salt. You're gonna mix it all together, and you're gonna let it marinate in the meantime that the dough rise again. So after half hour, this is the result that you should get. Now it's time to add your tomato and your black olives, Kalamata olives, any type of olives. But make sure like you use black olives. The green olives are not the best for this recipe. So remember that you let your tomatoes marinate with the oregano, the salt, and the extra virgin olive oil. Now they're gonna be phenomenal. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna grab your half cherry tomato, and you're just gonna place it on the focaccia and kind of like pushing it down. And you're gonna do that with all your tomato, and as well, you're gonna do that with your olives. After you place all your tomatoes and your olives in your focaccia, you're gonna let it rise. I know, guys, I know. It's gonna take time, but let me tell you, it's freaking worth it. It's worth the time. So after that, you're gonna let it rise for another hour and a half. I know, seems a lot of time, but bear with me, okay? Okay. And 10 minutes before the 1.5 hours it's over, you're gonna start to preheat your oven at 450 Fahrenheit. You're gonna preheat your oven, and then we're gonna be back before we put this bad boy in the oven, okay? Okay. the result after an hour and a half of let the dough rise again. Now it's time to pop this bad boy in the oven at 450 for about 20 to 25 minutes or until it's nice and golden brown. Make sure before you take it out of the oven, you lift it with a spatula to make sure that it's nice and cooked at the bottom as well. All right, you guys, if you made it till the end, you're a pro. You can do this. Here is my focaccia pugliese, or it also called focaccia Barese because it's typical from Bari, which is the town in the region of Puglia. This is beautiful. It's super soft. It's still a little warm, so it's perfect. Now I'm gonna cut it for you guys and see what it looks. It's super, super, super soft. Sometimes the people like to put like a little bit of white onion before they put it in the oven as well with the tomato and the olives, but I decided that I wanted to keep it simple. It's so soft that it's like the knife glides right in. And there you have it. Look how beautiful and gorgeous it is. It's still super hot. It's so soft. It smells so amazing. And I cannot wait to dig in. Oh my God. Best focaccia ever. I'm telling you, I know there's a lot of hours involved on letting the dough rise, but it's worth every single minute. This is fantastic. You gotta make this, and the potato make the focaccia dough so soft, it literally melts in your mouth. And the cherry tomatoes, I keep going like this because I want to take another bite. You know me, guys. By now, you know me, and I'm a fat ass. But the tomatoes, the juice from the tomato keep the focaccia so nice and moist and so delicious. So good. I'm gonna stop myself before I embarrass myself. I hope you enjoy spending time with me. Please make sure that you recreate this recipe. It's super easy to make, just a little time consuming, but that's okay. If I can do it, you can do it, right? I hope you're spending time I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's 3 in the morning right now and I'm still up and I'm delirious at this point. So I hope you enjoy spending time with me and I'll see you soon, my beautiful people. Bye. Love you.